Hi Manoj. Firstly, congratulations on your third national award. After your big win, do you think filmmakers will now approach you with a changed perception? Considering it takes them an award at times to take an actor seriously.
Thank you very much. Uh, but your question, I find it quite hilarious. Since when our industry has, started taking awards that seriously? Uh, if that is the case, they would have, changed their, uh, you know, change their behavior, change their, making or looking at actors in a different way since a long time. Uh, National award is definitely an achievement for me, and this is the third one. But this is going to be a personal achievement. I don't think industry looks at you differently. They will look at you the way they've been looking at you, all of these years. So I, uh, I, I really don't think anything changes. Nothing changes even for me. I mean, next day you get up and you are ready to do something else. So awards are meant to celebrate on a personal level with friends, with family, people who actually care for you, or people who get happy when they see some achievements of yours. So yeah, you celebrate these awards with them.
Okay. Yeah. And you won a national award after 13 years. Do you believe finally the highest honor in the nation is also undergoing positive change to address or sort of acknowledge actors of your merit?
You know, no, I won this national award after I think 13 or 14 years after Pinjar. First award I got for Satya, and then second for Pinjar, and this is the third one. Um, I just hope that national award uh, somewhere becomes uh, the barometer for the purity of awards. I really want national awards not to have any kind of controversy. Uh, on all of the awards should actually aim for non-controversial uh, list. And this has been in all these awards, all the mainstream awards. They are always surrounded uh, by these controversies or the favoritism, the allegation of favoritism. Awards, if they improve themselves, if they work on their credibility, that the people who are getting these awards, you know, uh, they will be extra happy. They will feel extra honored, and also the entire country will join them in their happiness. Thus, it's very important for the awards to have credibility. And national awards have always been uh, very very prestigious.
Absolutely, yeah. And in a recent interview, you said that though you were pleased with Chichore's win, you somewhere wanted Son Chiraiya to get an award. Why did you say that?
Sonchiria, there are two reasons. For personal reasons, because I was there, part of it, and I feel that that's a very important film of my filmography. Uh, I also feel that Abhishek Chaubey has created a masterpiece, and all the actors and all the departments were superlative. For many reasons, I feel that Sonchiria uh, should have been honored, not only at national awards, but also in all the mainstream awards. Somewhere I felt that Sonchiria didn't get its due in all the mainstream awards too.
Okay. And do you believe awards in the past few years have lost their credibility?
Yes, you're very right. All the mainstream awards and all the awards have been losing credibility with very controversial choices of the winners. But now I see them really working hard in on their credibility, on the importance of uh, giving over the awards to the deserved ones, and that makes me happy. That makes me happy because when it comes to awards, the jury and these awards, They should make sure that the deserving ones win. And when deserving one wins, it actually uh, uh, answers your first question. Then awards actually change the career. Then they will change the career of anyone who's getting it. Even if it is going to a new guy, people will turn around and look at that person, and they will want that person, in the projects, or they will always remember that person. As it happens in the West, if a film or an actor or a technician gets say Golden Globe or Oscar, all the makers start looking at them differently. And I want you know those kind of changes happening in our country too.
Yeah. And nepotism, it exists in all fields, but mostly people point fingers at Bollywood. And they don't pass comments on nepotism in politics or business or any other field. Are they a little too harsh towards one particular field?
Yes, nepotism exists in all the sectors. I completely agree with you. Uh, it is pointed at uh, you know the film industry because it's a soft target, but also I feel that it's brazenly done here. So uh, I mean, for all the reasons, for all the good or bad reasons, uh, uh, fingers were always pointed at the industry. And now it's industry's turn to answer it by proving the naysayers wrong. Am I right?
Yes, yes, correct. And you recently, of course, remarked that acting is the toughest job and it is taken very lightly. Why would you think so?
You really think that playing somebody else is that easy in a job? It demands years of learning the skill and the craft. It it demands learning the process of approaching any role. It takes years to learn it. But anybody thinks that they can, if they can say the line correctly, they've become an actor. Even look at the way the performances are written about. I think, and also if you're part of some box office success, then you immediately become an actor. If you cry well, immediately you become the best one. In our country, the definition of acting is very shallow. Uh, uh, so that's why I said that it's not taken seriously. Anybody thinks that they can become an actor, uh, you know, and it takes years of really working on the craft, working on the skill to really call yourself an actor. It's a very difficult job.
You have worked with a female director on Silence for the very first time. Do you think women directors have an eye for detail and are more sensitive towards their approach than their male counterparts?
I don't look at directors as male directors or female directors. I look at directors as people who are going to direct me towards their vision. So when I was working with Aban, I never realized that my direct. I never realized that she's a. I never thought about whether Aban is a male or a female. She was my director, and my job was to follow her vision and to the best of my ability, and I'll give 200%. If she didn't agree with certain things, she took me in the direction where she wanted me to go. So I personally feel that each and every director has a vision, and they want to accomplish it through the actors and through their technicians.
Okay, yeah. And in the past, you said your deserving films were somewhere left out. Why do you feel that?
That's very right. I'm been many times I do a, a film that I was part of, couldn't get anything or, or in national awards. Then I felt, you know, sometimes I felt sad, sometimes I felt disappointed, sometimes I felt angry. When I talk about Aligarh or Budhiya Singh or Gangs of Wasseypur, um, or Special 26, or Rukh for that matter, Gali Guliyan. Um, Gali Guliyan and Aligarh, all of these films, they've really been celebrated in all the international film festivals, in all the awards. I have gotten one of the highest award for Aligarh and one of the highest awards for Wasipur and Budhya Singh. I personally feel that Budhya Singh is my best, and somewhere you see it being ignored at mainstream awards and or on in national awards. You feel happy, you're unhappy, you feel discouraged and disappointed. But finally, when I get it for Bhosle, which has been so difficult to make, all the disappointments, all the sadness go away. So you suddenly see the entire country celebrating it, celebrating the win for Bhosle. That gives a lot of positivity. That gives a lot of hope.
Okay. And you once also said that acting is an unforgiving profession. Why do you say so?
Acting is unforgiving profession because you know it's it's a very it looks very organic. It looks uh, very natural, and anybody and everybody can be a critique or somebody anybody and everybody can and point a finger at you. Uh, you fail once and suddenly you are pulled down by so many people, and so you have to be on your toes all the time and just give 200%, 300%. At times you are working so hard to give a good performance in the film, and for no fault of yours the film is not appreciated. So even a great acting, great performance in that film is forgotten. So it, the only thing that that could save you or that could protect you um, is the skill and the craft. Eventually, people will recognize it. They don't recognize it immediately. You are thrashed when your film is getting thrashed, but eventually people will come back. Uh, and rally around you if your craft is good, and that craft, if you were really working on it continuously, it will again show in your next film or next to next film. So in acting, people don't give you second chance. I have been lucky that with the gap of 2 years, 3 years, I kept on getting roles and the films to showcase my skill. I've been lucky that people have rallied around me, uh, looking at my craft, or so it's very very important for actors to really think that whatever work that they are doing on that very day is their Mughal-E-Azam, is their godfather, and they should not be taking it for granted.
Lastly, Manoj, you have been a part of the industry for almost 3 decades now. How has, according to you, Bollywood changed in terms of storytelling, content, and stardom? Have people now started valuing actors over superstars? What's your take on this?
I've been part of this industry for 26 years, 2.5 decade, I would say, not 3 decades. Uh, how has this industry has changed? I don't know. I still feel uh, so disappointed when you guys use this word Bollywood. I don't know who has given this term. He or she must have hated this industry so badly to give this name. Uh, yes, it's storytelling, content, and the definition of stardom. It has been undergoing lot of changes, and now with the OTT really thriving and booming because of the lockdown, uh, the whole meaning of stardom, the whole meaning of content and storytelling has changed. And who's changing is the filmmakers are changing. Because cinema is about filmmakers, people who could. I see the generation of Kanu Bahal and Devashish Makhija and Ram Reddy. These people, they have grown up watching world cinema. So, and in their mind, when they are making their films, they are not only making their films for a particular state or a particular country. They are actually making their content. They are telling their stories, keeping the whole world in their mind. So that has that intention or that thought has been changing the storytelling, filmmaking, definition of performances, all of that thing, definition of camera, lighting, production design, everything has been undergoing changes. So that's an amazing thing to see. When I'm working with Kanu Bahel or Ram Reddy or Devashish Makija, I see them really working hard on the performances, or not only of mine but all the other actors, and they are trying to give you a new idea about approaching the roles. You see them telling the story in a very different way. You see their cameras or the cameramen, new cameramen, approach treating those sequences very differently. Yes, it has been it's been undergoing a lot of changes. I can't recognize this industry from the time I have come. If you compare it with the 1993 industry and now, it's like, that was a different world altogether, and this is a different time altogether. I'm lucky. I feel lucky that I have been working. I've been getting work. I feel lucky that people respect me for the work that I do. So yes, it's totally a different industry now.